The need for change is over. What our country needs now is strength. We already have a beautiful country that prospers on the collaborative work of each and every citizen. Now is the time to extend. Extend our reach to lend a hand to children struggling to learn. Extend our reach to help the retiring baby boomers live the rest of their lives without animosity. Extend our reach to the minorities who still constantly face discrimination. Extend our reach to increase technological advances to improve energy efficiency. Our founding fathers laid down the basis for America. Now it's our job to strengthen our bonds and build upon the land that thousands lost their lives on so that in the future, extending our reach will become the pinnacle of America.
I'm Robert Parker, and I approve this message. Obama has already set the first steps to better health care. The passage of the Affordable Care Act in 2010 has given 16.4 million Americans health care coverage and have reduced the uninsured rate by more than 1/3. 2.3 million young adults can now stay on their parents' insurance until age 26, and discrimination based on pre-existing conditions is now illegal. As president, I promise to extend the effects of the Affordable Care Act to guarantee access to affordable health care for every child. Expand coverage to working families, ensure dislocated workers are provided affordable care, make health care affordable for small businesses. Americans aged 55 to 65 should be allowed to buy into the Medicare program to get the coverage that they need. Seniors should not have to pay thousands of dollars more every year as their Medicare benefits evaporate. More than 50 million older Americans and Americans with disabilities rely on Medicare each year. And I plan to make Medicare stronger by adding new benefits, fighting fraud, and improving care for patients.
Thanks, Shirley and Sam. I'm Erin Drake, and I'm here in Chicago, Illinois, watching one of the largest rallies of any presidential campaign to take place. Senator Parker is giving a speech about his plans to extend the Affordable Care Act passed during the Obama administration in 2010, and as we are speaking, more and more people are gathering to listen to the eloquent speaking skills of Senator Parker.
Okay, Mr. Senator Parker, thank you for coming here today. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Great to be here, Tiffany. The pleasure's all mine.
Let's start with ISIS. How do you plan to address the Islamic State, specifically its presence in Libya, and the increasing fear it has caused throughout the United States and Europe?
Our goal is to destroy ISIS, not fight against ISIS. Our focus should be to disassemble terrorist bases and financing foreign arms to aid us in our fight. We need more intelligence connections in the regions to help us run our air campaign. The latest technology allows for us to address the terror group in an active manner.
What do you think should be done about protecting Americans at home from future terrorist attempts?
ISIS is made up of a small network of people that have skills and bomb-making capabilities and are capable of carrying out a lot of damage. This is why we have ramped up our aviation security, not just here in the United States, but overseas as well. I plan on setting up more carriers for joint strikes and safer bombing, and putting safeguards in place, but also learning from each time an incident affects national security.
So, with the recent incident of Sweden sending back thousands of Syrian refugees, do you agree with Sweden, or do you disagree? What are your plans for handling these thousands of people fleeing from civil war?
Well, unlike Trump claiming to be building a wall, everyone deserves a fair chance. Those refugees that are risking their lives just so future generations can live more at ease is admirable, and we should respect that. Of course, I plan on having a screening process. You can't ignore the safety concerns of Americans in favor of giving refuge to the people who need it. But instead of creating something new, it will be the same process as all other immigrants who want to come in. Syrians, Asians, Hispanics, Europeans. They're all the same, and they deserve the same treatment.
Interesting. About the economy, what is the largest problem in the American workforce that you hope to address if you are elected president?
One of the first steps to a healthier workforce is closing the income gap between men and women. Currently, women are paid on average 21% less than men. We need to increase the amount of qualified women in the upper GS grades. And an optimal way to do so is to support the growth of technology and encourage women to pursue STEM fields. With nations such as China and Russia developing rapidly advancing technology, we need to keep up by employing a significantly higher amount of qualified people of both genders in these areas of technology.
Well, the question everyone's asking all the candidates this year is how is America going to afford the extension of the Affordable Care Act and all the other programs that you've mentioned?
Well, I plan to pay for this by closing tax loops that allow the wealthy to pay less taxes than the middle class and continuing the progressive income tax, giving a small tax break to the middle class.
The latest results of PISA, the Program for International Student Assessment, show that American students on average score below 29 nations, signifying that Americans' kids have a distinct disadvantage to students in other countries such as China, Germany, and Japan. How do you propose we fix this problem?
I can make America a smarter nation overall by respecting and further training our hardworking teachers. By providing the funds necessary to train teachers in each and every state, we ensure that the quality of education is equally high for all students, thus bringing up the average intelligence up and raising America up on the list of nations to where it belongs. The first step towards doing this is to leave the regulation of education up to the states, because they know the needs of their states better than the national government does. While states should ultimately have the final say in resources needed to create a better educational environment, our national baseline standards need to be rigorously increased to similar standards as those of our most competitive nations.
Well, I believe that covers just about everything. Thank you for coming on and sharing some of your major policies with us. I wish you the best in your campaign.
No problem, it has been great. I'm glad I could tell the American people what I'm all about. Thank you, I hope to speak to you again.